Hi, my name is George Rigazzi, and I'm the Archivist for the Archdiocese of Oklahoma City. I'm here to guide you through the Blessed Stanley Rother Heritage Gallery at the Catholic Pastoral Center in Oklahoma City. It's important to understand too, we talked earlier about the Positio, but here's the thing. How did Oklahoma end up in Santiago Atitlan, Guatemala in the spring of 1964? In 1962, Pope John the 23rd, later St. John the 23rd, issued a challenge to the church in America. Latin American churches, many of them had not had a resident pastor for literally decades. So there was a challenge to send clergy, excess clergy that we had in Oklahoma in 1962, to go and man missions in Central and South America. We heard that call, and Bishop Reed gave permission for Father Ramon Carlin to go and start the mission in 1964. Now, at one point, we had 6 priests from Oklahoma serving in the mission. By 1968, after Stan Rother had served in the diocese from 1963 until 68, he was the perfect candidate to go. He knew how to build things, he knew how to farm, and he was a good priest. So he went down in 1968 to the mission, full of excitement and vigor for the opportunity he had to be a missionary, something he dreamed of since his childhood. When he got to the mission, he had tons of work ahead of him, and he realized this was going to be a difficult task. And he still harbored some issues about his failure to master academics when he was in college at St. John's Prep, but those things began to go by the wayside. As he began to serve the people there in Santiago Atitlan, he fell in love with them, and they him. Because he saw in them, in their poverty of spirit as well as their physical poverty, what Christ was and how he was going to be Christ to them. So by 1975, when he became pastor by himself, he was ready for the task. He had grown spiritually, and he had let those past failures merely go away. So he came to this incredibly vibrant and beautiful place. And it's supposed to be one of the most beautiful places on earth, just the topography. And here we see it in the museum itself, some of the beautiful costumes and daily wear that people use in Guatemala, such as this. And for the longest time, a lot of this textile industry came to Oklahoma and was sold here locally, including stoles, which we'll show in a later episode, that priests in Oklahoma cherished that came from the mission in Guatemala. But this mutual support that he gave them, and they gave in spades back to him, is kind of the hallmark of his ministry in Santiago Atitlan. It's important to understand that this museum that we have here, this very small museum, is merely temporary. The idea being that we have a very extensive and state-of-the-art museum at the new shrine when it opens. This, however, takes money. We're asking you to think about donating to that cause to make sure that we have enough to give the best museum we possibly can to the Archdiocese and to the Universal Church. To do this, please look at stanleyrother.org.